Hello guys and welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Durango second wave, the update that just came out a few days ago. Pretty nice update. It has a lot of things to talk about. We're going to talk about most of it, but the event, like the New Year's and the Chinese event, we're not going to be talking about that because, I mean, it's nice, but it's just a lot of food and some extra quests that don't really offer you much unless you're high level and you have nothing to do. So without further ado, um, let's start. We're gonna start first off with the private island. So in private islands, currently there are 13 plots you can build on, correct guys? But in future updates, there will be more plots, so don't panic if you didn't know that. There will be more plots in the future, whether they're through updates or just through maintenance time zones. We will find out in the future. But I'm just gonna lay out some of the basics for private islands. All your buildings on the island will have unlimited durability, which means that anything you put down doesn't have an expiration date. And the only way to get rid of it on the private island is to package it or to remove it, which uses up a lot of stamina. And the resources on your private island, I doubt many of you will be harvesting from your island, but everything's limited. So once you harvest a tree on your island, that tree will never respawn. Or if you take off a few branches, those branches will never respawn. So unlike civilized islands, where there were other people and domains, items respawn there all the time. But on your private island, nothing respawns. So if you're gonna get rid of something, make sure it's for a good reason. And also, because of the unlimited durability on your buildings, you'll be able to transfer buildings from your private island to another island easily for free, basically.
You smart.
Without having to worry because of that unlimited durability. So if you're thinking about moving, it's really easy to do from private islands. And you can also invite players to your island. They can build on your domain if you give them permission. They can do anything you can do on your domain as long as you give them permission. But they cannot build or do anything on your island without permission. But when it comes to building, if you invite a friend or something, they won't be able to do it on any land unless it's your domain. And they can also, it's way safer and easier to make deals or to trade or to bargain on your private island because it's kind of secluded from everyone else, meaning no one's gonna come in and randomly attack you guys or steal your loot while you're trading. So, I mean, it's a new place to make deals. And well, that's it for the private islands. If I missed something, please let me know in the comment section, guys. Now to the second part. Okay, guys, now we're going to talk about farming. There's not much here, but I'm sure it's going to satisfy a lot of people when I say this. But in future updates or just main fixes, they're going to add better ways and more efficient ways to farm for higher level people. So right now, currently, if you're level 55, you have to do exactly what a level 30 or even level 5 person has to do. You have to make a mud plot or whatever you use to build it, a farm, and you gather slowly and sluggishly. You could put fertilizer, but there really isn't much progression when it comes to farming. You do basically the same thing you did when you start from level 10 all the way to level 60. And they're going to change that. They're going to make it so that when you hit a higher level, you're able to unlock schematics for better ways to multitask. So, like, they shown in the teaser trailer for the update, they're gonna add water pumps that can pump water into multiple plots at once, and that will be really nice. And also shown how you can gather fertilizer faster than everyone else, and you won't have to farm as much if you're a higher level. So basically, farming is gonna be 100 times better than it is currently. And I can't wait for that because it's getting really annoying having to harvest 50 plots of cotton and fiber. Now, we're going to talk about housing in our next section, guys. And this is a pretty seriously big update to the game because, I mean, when you used to put stuff inside your house, there wasn't much purpose other than one item offered you better rest than something else and better healing. Now, if you have a certain item in your house that has certain effects like luxury, charm, grimness, it'll help you rest better, or it will give you certain perks when you're using it or inside the house resting, which is a pretty big deal because back then there were very minimal or small ways to progress inside your house to gain better rest. But now there is so much creativity you can put towards your house on the outside and the inside. Now, there are these things called sets or pieces where having items with a similar category give you a huge fatigue reducement. Basically, if you have, like in this picture shown, if you have trendy closet, a trendy chair, and a trendy, what is that? A trendy box. If you have all those three items, they're all from the same collection in your house, that'll give you a big buff for greenhouse energy, clean energy. And while you're resting on that chair, you'll get that special buff that you can't get from most other furniture pieces. So keep your eye out on collection pieces because if you can keep all those in one house and fit the outside of your house to look like this collection piece also, you'll get a huge fatigue reducement and you'll get a huge health boost. So keep your eye out for collectibles or sets as they're called also. There's also items you can put inside your house now that increase how much fatigue you take or uh, basically negate the fatigue that you're losing. So, for example, if you put a toilet inside your house, that'll actually make you lose style points. Sure, the toilet is really functional, but for style and cleanliness, it's really bad for the inside your house. But that's only one example. So let's say your house has 12 style points inside. If you put a toilet will take away 7 style points. So instead of losing 15 fatigue, you will only lose 10 or 7. So be careful what you put inside your house and always check on your modify house settings that you're not losing or gaining fatigue more than you should be. Now, the outside of your house can be changed, like for example, the wall, the floor, the roof, but they require a special glue, a bonding agent that's only available through support groups. Not many people know this right now. So if you want this special bonding agent, you have to up your relationship with your support group so they can hook you up because you don't unlock it early unless the support group items reset after a week. Then it might come in. But other than that, that's the only way to get the bonding agent. Therefore, customizing the outside of your house or changing it requires something that you have to get through support groups. That is it for this section, guys. Let's move on to the next. Now we're going to talk about support groups, which should be our last area of discussion for now. So support groups have changed quite a lot. Back then you had to pay to request an item in the support group page. Now all you do is click the button request, as you can see, and the item is instantly given to you. But if you do that, you have to wait 6 hours from that specific support person or whichever organization you requested the item from. You have to wait 6 hours or whatever is shown until you can request that item again, which is free. But each person, each organization, they all have their limits. You're allowed to request and receive for free a certain amount of times each week. As shown above the items you receive, there's a handshake 3 out of 3, 2 out of 2, 1 out of 1. That is the amount of times you can request and receive for free each week. After that runs out, you cannot request that specific item until the shop resets, which the shop resets in 1 week as of the notes in the update section. But once the support page resets, all your free rewards will be reset, and you'll be able to take out as if you never did, like brand new, basically. But the rewards will change because of this. But otherwise, this new update is great. I'm loving it, and the support rewards are definitely been changed in a very, very good way, in my opinion. Now, for this last part, I just want to go over the small things that have came out or will come out. Everything I've talked about in this video is not fully out. There are some things that are still going to be added, but they're almost ready to release everything almost. So I'm going to go over the little things that have been added. The New Year's event could be little to some, could be big to some. Adds lots of food items, craftable items, and some shop items, like the bath that you're able to chill in, the rice, the mm, the grains, the meat, or whatever it's called. Yes, and you can. I don't know if it's this update or the next, or a maintenance, but max level will be increased in the future. So those who are level 60, be ready because max level will be increased. Probably when they add volcanic islands, which would be really nice. And speaking of volcanic islands, those will be added in the future. They're not added right now, but they will be within the following months. And also, unstable islands, little tip, they changed how unstable islands look. So they're randomly generated right now. As of this update, they will look different. When you search an island, it will look different. And as you get a higher level, animals and stuff and things like that will become harder. And the things you find on those higher level islands will be better, and missions will be harder but give better rewards. So basically, progression has evolved to your level. And that should be mostly everything. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like. And if it was a great video, subscribe for any future updates or any future maintenance or events that come to the game. Peace out and have a great day.